Hello again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Harbinger. I'm your Game Master Darius. Last we left off, we were going through the airlock. That was the thing. And I admittedly started recording just a little bit ago, just literally a minute or so ago. And I had to look something up because we're going to the prison. That is our ultimate destination right now, just the prison. So that we can get to what's their faces, cell, and do a thing, right? Right. Okay. I have access to the bowels, upper bowels, high upper bowels, an armory, and then the prison. Now, as far as I understand, I don't need to go through any of the bowels or the armory now. I can go right to the outer prison. Why would I go to the bowels or the armory? Besides, like, level ups, I guess. It's like, it's not that I'm not having a good time with this game or anything. It's just, I feel like that's going to be a little bit extra. Oh. Well, and now we're dealing with scintilla energies. On top of everything else. Damn it. Yeah, I just had to look at that for a second and go, wait, I'm trying to get through the prison so that I can get to where I need to go. Why would I go anywhere else? You know? Like, if all I wanted to do was get through the game, then yeah, there's no reason to go anywhere else, right? Because I'm just trying to... like, I was recording for a minute, saw that option, and was like, wait a second. Why would I go to these other places? I'm confused. Anyways, here's a bunch of the scintilla energies, which, if we'll remember, are essentially scintilla that have, I guess, aged, died, I'm not entirely certain, ascended, something akin to that. Oh, hello. Ah, shit. Energy's up. Let's do a quick save. Oh. Nimble Dexy dodginess. And that was just went around in a circle. Good on you, Dar. Good on you. I don't know, I guess I'm just still mystified why you would save for getting a level up or trying to find some extra stuff. Because the last time we were in the armory, that's where I got Big Mama, wasn't it? The armory. Because we were like, oh yeah, no, we need a buttload of artillery to take on something. I forget what part of the plot it was at that point. All I remember is having to go to the armory to kick some butt. Kick some butt, kick some ass. And it takes roughly 3 shots to take out these energy guys. Bridge. My logic is that I ought to go across the bridge, because that's where plot is. And I am wrong. So it's probably best just to randomly walk in any direction whatsoever, because I don't know. Oh, you only missed one of these. That is not health. Is this called a Ginsu? It is called a Ginsu. 15 to 30. But only 1 slot versus the Genghis's 4. I mean, I'll keep it. But it's more of a, I'll keep it for the sake of probably selling it. Okay, what can I say? Health packs are expensive, yo. I literally leveled up as I hit. Okay, sure. I literally leveled up just as I was hitting the button to heal myself. Didn't need to do that, apparently. Radiation. You know, for ascended beams, don't get me wrong, it's a kind of a cool concept. For ascended beams, these energy scintillas are kind of as tough as wet paper towels. Hello. Hold up. Hold up. Pause that. What is this? Ontis Warpath. Ow. Eh. I'd rather the Ginsu. Oh god. The 90s and 2000s, man. For those that don't know, Ginsu knives, at least back in the day, I'm not sure how the hell they are seen in current day, were some top tier knives created in Japan and whatnot. And they were seen as fantastic. Just the sharpest possible knives used for cooking and all that fun shit. And because of that, they were considered, or again, I just don't know if they are still considered the highest standard of chef knives or whatever. But pretty much anything that had anything to do with blades or whatever had a variant of Ginsu knives, whether it was in video games or sometimes in media, as seen on TV. And this is just... a lot of this is honestly just taking me really back to the 2000s and the 90s. And I don't hate it. In fact, I quite like it. Alright. Managed to peel those things off screen. Why do these guys still sound mechanical? Weird off-tangent thing. They just still sound mechanical despite being like spirits. I should have loaded this sucker up with more healing items, I think. I'll do that the next time that we go to Torvis Junction. So another thing that's been happening on my YouTube feed, not necessarily my channel, is that YouTube's like, hey, remember all this nostalgic stuff? Especially in the shorts and whatnot. Where it's just like, oh, remember when Taco Bell looked like this? Or when Pizza Hut had the roof and all that fun stuff? It's a lot of that. With toys and shows, with this really nostalgic feeling sound that's also part, I don't want to say chiptune, but I think it's also chiptune-ish. Yeah. Had a lot of that. I've been having a lot of that up here in my shorts. And man, it's definitely made me miss those days. And it's made me want to play older games from that period that I, had. But more specifically, and this is the weirdest thing that it's made me really want. It's made me want an old 90s tape-playing boombox. I'm talking like the kind that you'd probably see in a Hollywood movie where someone is walking down the street jamming to some sort of rap really loudly. Big silver Sony sort of thing like that. Yeah, one of those. And it's just made me really want one of those and like a bunch of tapes of old bands I used to listen to. Oh, holy shit. New dude. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I started looking up like if there's any on eBay or if there's any on Amazon, the likes. And there are. Oh, I said I was going to go back to Torvis Junction really quick. Go back to Torvis Junction really quick if we can. Yes. And like the cheapest one that's actually a brand name one of them. Suppose you need to trade. I do. You son of a bitch. Assassin. 2 slots, 80 AC. 1 second. Let me take out these. Yeah, and the cheapest one of those I've been able to find was like 40 bucks. But they are like in terrible condition. Alright, melee 2, plasma 3, EMP 5, corrosion 3. Yeah, this is better. Except it's only got 2 slots. Which I suppose I can cut down on the slot usage by just using the range skill in the booka. Man, I'm partially glad and I partially hate that I came back. Because now I gotta dance around my freaking inventory again. Alright. You. Go to the next page, put the tainted key away for a second. Put you in there. Let's trade. That was literally all my money. I mean, that's a worthwhile investment considering. But that was quite literally all my money. Everything else doesn't really stack up. Yeah, put my booka in there. Put you in there. Some more health, because yes. Ooh, there's a disruption. And it's 4. Replace the electricity one. Is there another one? Why not? Let's replace the impulse. I really still have little to no clue what the impulse one does. I think it just causes it to bounce more and whatnot, which is fine, but it's not really something I care for. Way home 20 to 30 with 1 slot. Damn, that's tempting shit. Anyways, let's get our tainted key back. Put you away. I need anything else in here? I only have 2 slots for the torso, so not really. And just 2 more of those. I got a feeling I'm going to be using a hell of a lot of health packs in this next area, simply because the scintilla have gotten significantly stronger. I was able to go to the inner... Oh no, this is the outer. This is... Heck you. This is the inner prison. There we go. Now we're just... Alright. I'm more worried about that guy than I am you, Black Double. Oh yeah, so I had been looking into getting a boombox. The cheapest I can find that like actually seems legit but is still kind of ramshackle is like 40 bucks, and that's not bad considering as the price of nostalgia. But also like trying to look for cassette tapes is also kind of a pain, especially of random bands that I vaguely remember that we might have had when I was a kid. Like, man, maybe I should just see if the folks still have a bunch of cassette tapes or whatnot. That's the shit I grew up on, you know? Cassette tapes. Freaking... Oh, jeez. I just noticed that that thing's name is Canon. K-A-N-N. Canon. The things you only just notice when you're rambling on about freaking nostalgia and whatnot. No, hot take. Probably not really a hot take, but one of the worst things I think that has come of the internet is people, especially younger folk, that are like, even some other older folk, like pushing past 30 and whatnot, just have this lovely, lovely, hateful instinct of deciding, oh, you remembered this thing, so you're old and you have to feel bad about it. Like, kindly go fuck yourself, dude. Yeah, of course I remember that shit. Is it terrible to remember that shit? No. So why try to make me feel bad because age happens? Oh, what? You were like 12 when the Twin Towers got hit? You're old. Yeah, and you're basically an infant, so kindly shut up. Ugh. Sometimes I think that's the point of those YouTube shorts that are just like, remember the nostalgia, remember the good old days. Like, yeah, those days were good and whatnot. We still have some good things in this day and age. And hell, the fact that we're still able to play or do a whole lot of the things that we had in the past is still absolutely fantastic, and I really like it. Hell, the fact that a lot of the games that we're able to play because of people categorizing them or people porting them and whatnot, it is fantastic. Wrong weapon damage type. Alright, just picked up something called Retribution. I don't think it's related to Devil May Cry. No, it's not. It's impressive. Actually, thinking about it, the only thing that's making Genghis better than anything else I'm finding right now is the fact that Genghis has 4 slots versus most everything else is 1. I think I'm just gonna ditch Retribution. And I know that sometimes it is literally just buddies, you know, poking fun at one another. Haha, we're old and whatnot. That's fine. But it gets annoying. it's a joke that I absolutely have come to hate because it goes from people making, you know, people lightly jabbing at one another, being like, hey, remember this? Haha, we're old. To people going actually maliciously just being like, you should feel bad because the things that you remember are old. Like, it's a tired joke, and I really, really don't like it. Ew, my bones. They are dust. That's when you know it's a joke. Gentle ribbing on one another because he who. Remember the good old days? Really? I see the little orbits thing. Whatever. I don't even see it as a respect your elders kind of thing. I just see it as a respect your fellow person thing. They've been through shit. Nah. Of course, that could also just be me being basically unable to socialize and whatnot. Because I've moved so goddamn much as a kid, I don't know what socializing is even fully like. But I digress. This has been Darius Yells at the Internet. Just be kind to one another. That's basically the only thing that... Just be kind. Anonymity on the internet has made people worse for it. And I think people just need to do a little bit of respect. Just an iota more respect to one another. Dude says, well, he's just trying to get through a goddamn game from 20 some odd years ago. Having a generally good time. It's just I really don't know what else to say about the game that I have already not said. I will not lie. The Scintilla are bastards. They're getting stronger. Oh hey, Ballastre. Maybe now I can actually talk about the video game as opposed to bitch about people making fun of oldness. Alright, so this Ballastre guy is a threat. Gonna take some of those back out. And we supposedly don't want to screw with him. But I got a feeling we're going to end up screwing with him. Okay, so they put the thing that I need to put the thing in next to Ballastre's cell. Or his cell block, I guess. He's gonna come and attack me, isn't he? Yeah, looks like. Ah, Hadoken. Good move. He's taught in the ways of the Hado. Oh, jeez. He's actually stunning me a little bit whenever he does that. And he's dead.
The death of Ballastre will tear Scintilla's society apart at the seams. About half as fast as that key's going to tear this ship apart. It's time to head back to the junction and grab my friends. It's time to head home.
Yeah, in fairness, this place was going to be ripped apart in the first place, so... I don't know. His death doesn't seem like that big of a deal when we're literally going to be destroying this entire goddamn ship. Anyways, back to Torvis. Into Torvis Junction. I'm now curious as to how many more random chores they got us going to do. You son of a bitch. 5 slots. 75,000 won. 85 AC. How much did I buy the assassin for in the first place? Because I think it might have been too much. 75,000. Plasma. I think Ontis experimental heavy gun is still... Yeah, jeez. Override of 50. This is definitely that situation where it's like, you really had to know which one of your skills you would have wanted to pump up beforehand. Because, like, what's my override right now? 24. So 2 more levels and I could... Whoa, God. What are you poking at? Let's trade. So yeah, 2 more levels and I could have gotten this. But also, I need to have not spent my entire life savings on the freaking assassin. Because I saw the assassin, I was like, yes, this seems like it's a good thing to get. Only for the game to go, hey, there's better out there. That hurts. That hurts on some severe levels, man. Alright, well, let's get rid of some of these then. I doubt that I'm going to be able to afford... Let's trade. Even after selling all this crap. Because I need 75,001 and I'm not even at 20,000. I think I need to take some stuff out of Trusty. Take the plasma. Oh, son of a... Organizing some of this is weird. Part of me wants to keep Big Mama, but there's really not much of a point in keeping Big Mama. That's trade. Yeah, Trusty is 23, 4,000, and Big Mama's 4,000 as well. I don't think we're gonna have enough. The Inquisitor, custom DK. Yeah, that does less damage. Let's trade. I had that Inquisitor for I don't even know how long. God, if I could at the least trade away the Assassin, that could possibly get me up there. But I think that would have only... No, not even. I'd have been able to afford this one. I would not be able to get Torvis's masterpiece. Oh, so this is why they're all like, hey, here's a bunch of other places you could have gone. That hurts. That hurts a lot. Should I go back? Should I go throw myself at all the enemies in those other areas? The sheer purpose of trying to afford anything. No, no. Not as a camera.
내가 속 아리하고
Okay, even better question. Can I even go back? He says as he quick saves when he probably shouldn't have. Okay, I can go back to the cell. I think I'm going to do that off camera. I'm going to go back to the cell, go back some ways, and try to pick up a bunch of random bits and pieces. Maybe. But I'm going to do that after I save, call it an episode. When we return, I might be donning a pretty cool suit of armor. I don't know yet. But we're definitely pushing towards the finale of the game, I think. Probably not next episode, but a few more episodes. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you're all enjoying the series as much as I'm enjoying playing it. And as always, I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care. Cheers.